I love scotch.
Welcome to ESPN. We're here live in Samsun Turkey for the 23rd Summer Deaflympics. I'm Danny McClintock, and this is Pat Whoopsie.
Nice to
We'll
meet
be
you.
providing you complete coverage throughout these exciting and competitive games. So, Pat, how do you feel about the 23rd Summer Deaflympics?
Well, Danny, this is actually my first coverage of the Deaflympics, and I am really excited to see these spectacular athletes compete out here. This is a fantastic opportunity for these athletes and to compete at the highest level. There's no doubt that they'll be ready to compete, and it's really just a great uniting experience for both the deaf and hearing cultures out there. Just a great event.
Absolutely. For those of you who are tuning in for the first time, the Deaflympics are the biggest deaf sporting event in the world,
Wow.
with over 4,000 athletes representing 77 different countries.
That's great.
The Deaflympics give a chance for athletes that have partial or total hearing loss to be a part of a World Championship Games, and it's great. There's 14 individual sports and 6 team sports in these summer games.
That's just awesome. It's great to see how the sport's grown over the last couple of years. The first Deaflympics was in 1924 in Paris, and there's only 9 countries competing, and there's only 7 sports. And now this is a worldwide event. It's great to see.
Yeah, no question, it's worldwide. I mean, it's grown
Immensely.
Yes.
And when they first started, this was the first games competition where athletes with disabilities can compete, and it's great to see where the sport's gone.
Absolutely, it's just
The whole event,
phenomenal.
yeah, absolutely.
And what a wonderful place to have these games. It's been a long journey for a lot of these athletes. Some of them not only traveling thousands of miles, but maybe some disappointment back in Sofia in 2013. And these athletes are looking here. They've waited 4 years. They want to get back to the podium, and it'll be great to see how hungry some of these athletes are.
Absolutely, Dan. I was actually talking to some athletes earlier today, and they were really excited and ready to go today. Every athlete here has a minimum 55 decibel hearing loss in his or her better ear, and there's actually no hearing aids allowed in competition.
Yeah, really levels the playing field there. And we do see some differences in some of the events. For example, in swimming or track, you'll see
My personal favorite.
a flash of a light instead of a gun or a whistle to set them off. There's also a referee that waves a flag, and then in my personal favorite, football, we'll see a referee with a flag instead of a whistle to call fouls or offsides or whatever he may be calling. And then another great interesting part is if you see the fans, sometimes they'll be waving their hands like this instead of clapping, and that's kind of a universal sign for applause throughout the deaf world.
Oh, that's great. The Deaflympics is actually organized by the ICSC, or the International Committee for Sports for the Deaf, and it's basically like the IOC, the International Olympic Committee, which is in charge of the Olympics. And there's also other governing bodies for each country, and they're in charge of selecting the athletes and sending them to these games to represent each nation. It's great.
Quite phenomenal, really. I personally can't wait. I hope the United States leads the medal count, of course.
Go USA.
I really think they have a great shot. Remember, we'll be covering these games, and there will be coverage online at H3 Sports. So those will have subtitles and sign interpretations, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Can't wait to get this Deaflympics started.
Signing off, this is Pat and Dan. Have a great games.